Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a long time. John, our work schedules just don't like each other. We're always on opposite ends of the shift. I- Shit, dude, you called me early. I'm literally leaving for Georgia tomorrow morning to go there for a week, so I'm glad we could sneak this in based off of work stuff. But I mean, first things first, dude. Fucking let's go, John Williams,
Yeah,
top 8 Vegas. Top
it'll be
8
good,
Vegas.
boys.
I'm not gonna say that I called it with your progression in day twos of challenges. It's top 64 or top 32, but you skipped 16. You went straight to the top 8. So big congratulations, man. I mean, every I'm super proud of you. Everyone's super stoked for you. Everyone's super happy. Pocketed the golden Mickey. That thing's gonna come back a CGC 10 pristine and shifts kiss. We are in it to win it. So we're gonna go over a couple things.
Mhm.
First, we're gonna bring up. I mean, 3 challenges, 3 day twos, all increasingly better finishes. Amazing. Um,
Yep.
Best of two. It's like some people either really love it or they really hate it. I have yet to meet the person that's in the middle. Maybe you can be that person for me. We'll get your opinion on that. I want to know why you chose to play red blue ruby sapphire. I'm really curious on that. Did you feel comfortable with it? Did you have any other choices in the back pocket in the old hip? And we'll talk about your Friday your preliminary Friday event where you went undefeated up into the last round. So lot to get into in a short amount of time. So I'll just dive right into it. John, 3 challenges you've been to.
Yeah.
3 times you day two, 3 times you
Yeah.
get better. And you know what's
Yeah.
funny? Remember when we were talking privately
Mhm.
and you were like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna go to Vegas. We'll see how
Yeah.
Seattle or we'll see how Dallas went. I don't know if I want to go to Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Brother, brother, look where you're at now.
I know. I thought about it. I was like, it's different tournaments. I was like, do I want to travel? I don't think I probably like do day two on these challenges, and I just go there and just be like, spend like a lot of money on rooms and stuff just to like play inside events. But I was like, you know what? The first one I went undefeated, so it can't be that hard. If I go to Dallas and try, and then Dallas I went top 32, and I'm like, okay, I know how to play these games, the best of two. I'm pretty sure I can do. I can get my invite in Vegas, and then I went to Vegas. I got top 16. And I'm like, all right, here's my goal. I'm here. Got the invite. Let's keep playing. And then I got top 8, and I was like, all right, I finally did it. Got a golden Mickey.
Hell yeah, man. That is what we're talking about. All right. I mean, I'm gonna ask you before we get into your deck choice and stuff like that, do you think best of two is good for this game? Is it bad for the long term? What are we looking at here? Because as someone who like is looking in to maybe start playing, they're not used to a best of two. They usually look to a best of three, best of
Mhm.
one, stuff like that. It's best of two sounds like a very different uh a format, if you will, that could be not deferring people because obviously everyone's flocking to Lorcana, but I like the tournament structure. How does that feel?
The best of two feels pretty good for me. I ain't got no problem with it. Like some games when you go like 1-1, you be like, if I had like to be on the play on game three, I definitely would win that game. But for me, it's either 2-0 or bust. So I just try to 2-0 my opponent and never give them a chance to give me a 1-1. Like during the tournaments, I just go on the draw first and I can see what they playing. And then I can remove around what I need to do game two to beat them. And the best of two, just it's fine with me for now. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna change it down the line to best of three because as the game progress, it's gonna be different play patterns and then it's gonna be like harder to 2-0 people.
So I'm glad you said that. So I guess my question is it been increasingly harder or has it been increasingly easier to get the 2-0 record from the last 3 events that you've been in?
So for the last three events, it's been the same. As long as you know how to play your deck and as long as you know what your deck is doing, you really don't care about being on the player draw. Because most of the time, I go on the draw because I already know my deck game plan. I am doing like one jump or Tipo on turn two into a Hiram, and if they can't answer Hiram, I draw like four cards, and then I can take over the board and control the board. So I'll be on the draw so I can know what my opponent's doing, and they don't know what I'm doing, and then they can't mulligan to figure out what I'm doing.
Sure, 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 sure. Okay. What made you lean towards the Ruby Sapphire? Because I know you even came to me. You asked me. I don't know what What should I play something I like? Should I play something that's like the best? And I'm like, bro, I'm the one person not to ask, but I mean, I know you had some pocket choices. What made you go with it?
So I practiced in TCGCon in Tampa, and I was like, all right, what deck I want to play? It was the best three decks: is blue, red, red, purple, and amber steel. And I'm like, amber steel, I don't like the style of the deck, so I'm not going to play that deck. It is not the style for me. So everybody should play their best style or what deck they feel comfortable with. I love Ruby Amethyst, but in the best of two format, I don't think it's really good position because you can play the mirror and then you'd be like, somebody draws the best castle or somebody be prepares and play double castle and then you just snowball and win the game. So I want to be able to control my game. So that's why I decided to play blue red. And in Temple, I got two top eights, and one was I was playing to get into first place, and I lost to red purple, but it's the worst matchup. So I was like, it is what it is.
Did you have any other uh did you have an audible deck? Did you have that last minute I'm gonna sit down at the table and if I'm gonna have two lists and one of them's getting submitted?
Yeah, so I was thinking about playing green purple or green yellow discard because green purple I was gonna go under the blue red decks and be able to like snowball and win. But it felt bad until the Amber Steel matchup, which I thought was gonna be a lot of Amber Steel there. So I'm like, it's gonna be a whole bunch in top cut, and then I don't want to be able to just lose to that deck 0-2. And and then I was like, all right, green, yellow discard. I played the deck. It had the same problem. Ember Steel can beat it. And then sometimes blue red just top deck the big Sisu, wipe the board. They come back to the game. So I was like, I'm just gonna stick with blue red. And my choice was really good.
Well, I mean, obviously, results do show. That was definitely a good choice. So, the the Friday event, how did that go? Because you waltzed all the way to the top table. Weren't you like king of the hill for like 6 rounds straight?
Yeah, so the 11 o'clock a.m. Friday event, I was like, all right, I'm gonna test this deck build out. So the night before, I was gonna neck deck somebody's deck, like the last couple of challenges or the last tournaments of blue red. But then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna build a deck myself. So I just put the core of the deck down, and then I figure out the um what's the flex spots. And then I was like, I want to play Scar. I want to play Hideaway over Cusco. I want to play three visions instead of four visions, and I want to play like two ice blocks instead of four ice blocks like some people was playing. And then I was like, all right, this is a deck. I'm gonna go try it out and see how it is. And I went and then I played and I went undefeated until the last round. And it was a best of two and it felt pretty good. So I was like, all right, definitely playing blue red. And I'm gonna change my list for the main event a little bit to match my matchups.
Okay, okay. Um, your matchups, uh, day one, day one. What did you see the most of?
Most of day one, I played against a lot of blue red mirrors, and I played like the green steel deck that I lost to in top eight. I 2-0'd him, and I was like, I'm not really worried about deck. I can do it because Hiram get on the board. If they don't got Shift Diablo, I can take over the board and just win the game. And I played like three Amber Steels, which is the easy matchup for blue red. And I didn't play no red purple until the last match going into my day two, and the deck felt pretty good throughout the weekend.
Well, that's good. That's good. Definitely. Again, I mean, you definitely made the right choice,
Mhm.
and you piloted it to great success. So, day two, uh, made all the way to top eight.
Yep.
What did you play against in the second day?
So day 2, I sat down and I looked at the bracket because they send you the bracket before you play your opponent in your email the night before,
Yes.
and I got to play against all blue red mirrors, and that was really good in my favor. I was like, okay, I ain't have to play against no lemon line aggro, no red purple. Even though I put in 3 Gastons to beat the red purple deck, and I played against none of them. But it was pretty good. I 2-0 every mirror match. I didn't lose a game versus any of the mirror matches. I played really fast, so I was probably done for all my opponents and everybody else. And I couldn't ask for nothing better than that to play the mirrors. Like I didn't really tech for the mirror that much. Like I played 2 how far it goes. I should have played like 3 of them. But other than that, I drew really good and I beat the mirror. The hideaway was a key thing in the mirror because I was able to hideaway dimes and stuff and play my Tomato in the same turn.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty good.
Nice, nice. Um, so I guess my question is what was your favorite match of the weekend? Was it in day one or day two?
My favorite match is probably day 2.
Day two. Which round?
Yeah, I think it was the first round of day 2 because my opponent was like, I looked at his deck list and he was like, "No, be prepared," and I'm like, "Oh my god, no, be prepared." Okay, and I was able to like put everything into the battlefield. Like I had all the creatures. I was putting Gramatalas, I was putting Scars, I was putting Sisus, I was putting Medusas out there. I just had a whole board and like turning sideways, you know, because he couldn't be prepared. So like Tamato and everybody was just sticking, and it was like turning sideways. That was like my favorite match.
Yeah, I mean when you can full send, you can full send. It never
Yep.
feels bad to full send, but yeah, me and Rory were watching while we were driving back from Atlanta on Sunday, and we were cheering and hyping and just like we were like, oh, he's gonna do it. This is the run, and then you met Zan in the top eight, and it we watched a little bit of the match, but we definitely saw some points where resources on your side were pretty much gone, and he still had a full grip and Diablo's going. So big good it it is what it is, but I mean, you did still have a
Mhm.
pretty sick run. So how did you feel about that match?
That matchup, it was. I'm pretty sure I knew Zen Sai was going to win that matchup because I was not prepared for Green Steel. Like it was not on my radar. Like I beat it early in the round. I knew what he's going to do. I knew how to play. If he don't go shift Diablo on turn 2, then I have a better chance of winning the game. Like game 1, I didn't find the brawls for a long time, so he was able to run away with the game. Game 2, I found a brawl, but he still had like Pete to stop me from brawling that one turn, and then I had to wait a turn. Then I finally killed Diablo, then he had more Diablos, and then he had like the whole discard package, so he discarded my whole hand. And I'm like on 4 or 5 ink, and I couldn't be able to get back into the game. I tried, I played Fishbone Quill, pass turn, inked everything, and the one turn I had to drew the big Sisu, I was at 7 ink, and he discarded it in my hand, and I was like, well, we not winning this game, so
I mean,
but we was
and
happy to get Mickey.
I mean, he did go off to win the entire event. So big shout
Yeah.
out to Zan. Congratulations, and
Yep.
it'd be exciting to see if you guys get a rematch in Seattle or Nationals, right?
Yeah, Nationals is gonna be wild because there's gonna be a lot of good players.
So
But
speaking, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I just hope to play good and play against all these good players. I love playing against great players, and it makes the tournament fun.
All right, so what's next? I mean, obviously we're getting all your Mickey graded. That's 100% next. We've already
Yeah,
discussed that. But what
yeah.
is next for you? What is the next event for you?
Um, Probably do a couple of store championships. I might go to Seattle if I like have somebody to babysit my baby, or but I'm not really worried about it because I got the invite. So I'm just like I'm just gonna chill, do store championships, and look at a new set, figure out what decks is gonna be good for nationals, and we just wait for nationals to come around.
Okay, okay. I know
Mhm.
you're a a top tier Lorcana player as a
Mhm.
top tier family man, so that's good to hear. What's the Source Championship promo? I haven't looked at it to it yet.
Mirabelle from Kanto.
Okay, okay. Well, I mean that's still
It's it's
decent.
it,
So
it's okay,
I mean it's
but
not Stitch, but it's still fine. I mean
yep,
it could definitely be worse.
mhm,
So
true.
still on the fence on Seattle. I mean we were here last time we talked. We were about that. You're like I don't know
Yeah,
about Vegas. Ends up
yep.
top eighting. So well I, I'm gonna say you should find a way to go to Seattle. I think it would be the next step. Go four for four
Yeah,
in day twos, maybe even get top four this
yep,
time.
yep. And it's the last tournament of the year, so that's gonna be interesting.
I mean, and Seattle's a great place for cards. Like that's like a TCG mecca for a lot of card games. I mean, obviously WotC and stuff like that. But uh, so you got your invite for nationals. I believe that's what they're calling it is nationals, right?
Yep, for
Okay.
sure.
And nationals is going to be held where?
Disneyland, I think California.
In Cali. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised they're not doing it at Disney World here in Florida, only because.
Um, Disney World is gonna be Worlds. That's what they
Oh,
say.
that makes sense. That makes sense
Yep.
because the arena that's the Wild World of Sports in Disney, it's like never used. Like it is
True.
legitimately the only people that go to the World of Sports are baseball fanatics because the Braves spring training camp there. So it's just like what are they using it for? And I think, and that's because I think I was talking to you about that, where I think that if when Lorcana first came out, I thought Ravensburger was going to say, they should just take advantage of that empty space because it's huge there. So, um, that would make sense for World. So, but National is going to be held in Disneyland in Cali.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. I've heard good things about that park. You you gonna try and make a trip out of it with the family, or just gonna be you?
This probably could just be me, and I got like somebody else that made it to national, so it could be
Okay,
just us. Yep.
okay, okay.
Yep.
Um,
We had to do some all night grinding, practicing, and all that stuff
just
because
test
it's gonna be
until your eyes bleed.
a big tournament. So it's like want to get the world. So we'll see what happens.
Have they announced how Worlds invites are going to work?
No.
Of course. Okay. Well, I mean, not of course, but like, yeah, I mean, it would just be nice to have that information because, like, if they're going to take winners of the challenges, I mean, Zan's won two of them. So, like, does it fall to the runner up there? I mean, how many people are they trying to get for Worlds? I mean, we still have the
Yeah.
European side. I guess it'll all be answered. I mean, this is Worlds even being really a discussion, or am I just speaking out of my ass here?
Um, they gonna surprise it. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it like maybe in December because they got some other stuff going on, and they're gonna announce a lot of stuff because we gotta see different promos. I know one of the promos is a whole new world just for going, so it's gonna be other stuff like top cut, top 16, top 8 promos. I know for worlds, somebody's gonna win a one of one golden Mickey, and
I mean, there you
I don't know.
go. What what is the likelihood that your world's invites if do you think that's going to be based off of your performance at nationals or do you have to win nationals? I guess is the
Uh,
question I'm trying to ask here.
it's probably gonna be best of your performance. I don't know if it's gonna be top 16 or top 8 because I don't know how they're gonna do it in time as worlds next year. It gotta be a whole bunch of nationals. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Okay, well I mean let's see
Yeah.
because like what the top 16 get invited from challenges to nationals, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at a 48 person event plus the fourth one, and I mean you're looking at probably about a 72 man or whatever. um I mean all of this
Worlds
is
might not be that big though. Like it might be
oh no,
a
I'm talking about
small.
national. I'm talking about nationals. I'm not talking about worlds.
Yeah. National probably could be like 120 some people maybe. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. Well, I mean,
Mhm.
you're already getting there, so you're already getting there. So that's going to be in
Mhm.
next month in what January, right? Excuse me.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you everything looks like a good trajectory for where you're at. You know, I personally think you should still find a way to go to Seattle and just end
Yeah,
out the
we
year
see how it
and set up for nationals next year. How many sets are we gonna have by then?
I know Nuts had come out in November, I think, and
They
I don't
probably
think
should.
they
I don't think they're gonna have
yeah,
another one after that. So it'll be a pretty
yeah,
solved meta by the time Worlds come out. So that should be interesting. Either you're gonna see a
yep,
lot of the same deck, or someone's showing up with the spice. All right.
yep.
Well, since I have you on video call, show it to me. Show it to me.
What
I
is
know you have it.
the Golden Mickey?
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah.
see
Let's
it.
see it.
See the Golden Mickey.
That's so sick. And it's
Yep,
serialized, right?
yep.
What's yours? What
105.
you got? Number 105.
Yep, out of 500.
Okay. Okay. Not one of the meme numbers. That would have been super crazy if you hit one of those. Is it random, or is it just like they're going by the
It's
number?
it's random.
Okay.
We also get all three of these too. Rapunzel, Let It Go, Cinderella. Got the
They
play
just
mat in the backs.
they just be handed out promos at these events. I mean, you
Yeah,
do well, you deserve them for sure. But
yep,
is the Rapunzel matte foiled?
yep. It's foil. It's like in her hair. It's like
It,
foil.
how many people have made offers on that thing for you? Right?
Uh, a lot of them, but I'm like, I'm probably gonna keep my full Rapunzel mat.
I
She's
would.
my
It's your
favorite princess.
yeah.
So
I mean, it's the first top eight of your Lorcana,
yeah, that too.
a career. So I mean, it's I would keep it. I definitely think you keep that. Are you going to Miami for the Lorcana event down there?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go look and see what it's like about.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but it's the same weekend as Store Championship, so it's like a lot of stuff going on at the same time.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, short championships do happen every other weekend or every weekend during that time, though, right?
Yep,
Yeah, go spike Miami. Go do a quick spike real quick down there. You already did it on
it
Friday
might
to
do.
Vegas.
It
You
might
know,
be because they give out the artists giving out a play mat with all their signature on it and different like Disney arts.
I see no
So
downside here for you. I
that's
see
so
zero
it's
downside for you.
interesting.
um, yeah. So I was really hoping you could have gotten your Mickey graded down there and right then and there, but CGC's only doing on-site submissions, so gotta have to
Yeah,
wait. And the suspense is gonna kill both you for sure, and it's gonna kill me because I want to
that's
see what it
fine.
gets. I want to see what it gets so bad. But man,
Yeah,
I'm what a hell of a year you've had for Lorcana. I mean, it's
yeah,
like I said, you're on the ascension, the top of the line. People are gonna start trying to ask you what to play. I'm gonna have to start
yeah,
giving you money to for your Patreon so I can figure out what to play in Lorcana. You know,
yeah.
and I think it's been amazing to watch and to hear your experiences, man.
Yeah, but it's gonna be an interesting one. I'm really bad at telling people what to play, but I like because I do last minute things, so do last minute changes. Like if I told somebody to play blue red, then they would like last minute I would have changed my deck list and be like, all right, this is what I need to play, and then I get top eight, and they'd be like, what? I played just a week before deck list, you know? And I'm like, yeah, last minute I changed it, but
Well, that's why
it'll be interesting.
you do like a Patreons get the
Mhm.
John Audible or the John last minute
Yeah,
changes before the event
yeah,
notification
yeah,
on their phones. It's like, hey everybody, I know the deck I've been talking about for the last 2 weeks has been this, but yeah, we're going this route. Here's what I'm playing. You know,
yeah.
could always
Yeah, I know what I'm
tweak
gonna
it.
play for Seattle too. Like Seattle, if I go to Seattle, I know the deck list I'm gonna play, and I know how I'm gonna like change it around to beat the green steel decks now that they are in the top meta. So we'll see how that goes if I go.
All right. Well, John, it's been a pleasure. We'll try to get more content out as much as we can, based off of your work schedule, my work schedule, your event traveling, stuff like that. And I hope to do more talks about how you're just killing it out there, man. I really do. It's
Hmm.
so exciting.
Yep.
Well, if you've got nothing else, my friend, I think this is where we're just gonna
Yep.
go ahead and sign off.
Yep. Nothing else, but keep playing, guys, and hope to see y'all in national.
All right. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
One John, a legend in the phone. Disney Lord Connor, he conquers with the known. Dex heavy hitters got the magic touch. Opponents chalk up losses, John's in the clutch. Born a card king, truly undeniable. Winning every game, his skills reliable. Pick some dust and power plays, dropping jaws. Every move a champ, breaking all the laws. John, little cannon gladiator. Cards in play, he's a fantasy creator. Victory lights, Disney dreams unfold. Table 1, John, the story's magic gold.